Hello and welcome back to another episode of Making Connections, the BattleCON analysis show where I, your host, Marco DeSantos, try not to do so bad at playing BattleCON online. In the previous episode, we watched Luke versus Magdalena and analyzed that matchup. However, in this episode, we're going to do something a bit different. It's not going to be a strategy analysis. It's not going to be anything about matchups. It's going to be about a new character. Everyone, I would like you to please be introduced to Miss Anath. Anath is a very interesting character. She is everything. She is a ranger. She is a brawler. She is a juggernaut. She is a speedster. In fact, she is everything. And that's absolutely not an exaggeration. If you actually look at her cards, there you go. Specifically, the aspect of devastation allows Anath to assume one of four aspects. She can assume the aspect of ruin, which gives her soak 2, but she misses if the opponent's at range 3 or higher. She can do aspect of death, which gives her plus 1 to 3 range. The aspect of hate, which is plus 3 power and minus 2 priority. And aspect of devastation, which is minus 1 power plus 4 priority. This is a very interesting spread of stats, right? Basically, she can be any juggernaut or any stat monster at any time, but she also gains that specific archetype's weaknesses. So, for a lot of priority, she loses some power. For a lot of power, she loses priority. Typical stat trade-offs. So, Anath's biggest thing is that she's able to flip-flop between these forms and hopefully take advantage of them at the right times and the right places. Mix that up with her intense movement capabilities, and you have a very interesting character that I really enjoy. So, now's the best time to test her, but you're thinking to yourself, Marco, are you gonna go to queue and wait again? Well, I'm in practice mode right now, so we can just practice it. But wait, Marco, once again, I don't want you playing against the dummy. It's just a dummy. It's not exciting to watch you fight a dummy. Well, what if I played against the AI instead? Oh, snap! AI mode is here, everyone. Welcome to the ability to play against other characters against the bot. I mean, the bot's not perfect. Again, this is not a fully released game. It's still in early access or alpha beta testing. So we have to see what this new AI is about. And you know what? Might as well knock out this new character as well. We'll see how both of them function. Let's see how both of them perform. Who knows what awesome stuff we'll be able to see. So, without further ado, let us enter the combat with Anath. And let's fight against... What better way to fight against the AI than fighting against a robot? Beep, boop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. I'm hecka excited. Yeah, my win rate's 44.44%. So, Anath, here's a very interesting thing about her. I'll probably be using her theme throughout this entire video, right? So, here's the interesting thing about Anath on beat 1. You don't want switch, as with most characters. You might not actually want grasp either. She doesn't need it, especially with this thing existing. Well, who needs grasp if you can just strike, right? The strike is literally just a better grasp at that point. So, get rid of grasp. Here's another thing. You might want to get rid of Abhorrent Havoc. Mostly because Havoc is a card that doesn't hit the opponent on beat 1. That's not very good. I mean, we can do Dread Havoc on beat 1, but that's still not very, very good, right? So we can get rid of Abhorrent, which isn't really that useful if we're not going for aspect of Ruin, which gives us Soak Stun, which gives us Soak. So let's get rid of Havoc, and we're gonna pick Devastation now because Dark Revulsion's just an atrocious finisher. Hey, look, Cadenza actually discarded semi-decent discards. So on beat 1, what do we want to do against Cadenza? You probably want to be Aspect of Devastation and deal as much damage as possible. Anath's styles are kind of slow, so you have to find the right chance and the right time to be able to do them properly. Do I do Destruction Strike or Dread Strike? Destruction Strike has a few pros and cons. Dread Strike counters Burst. So I think that's... Oh wait, does it counter Burst? 1. No, it does not counter Burst, so there's no point. Wait, no, but what if I'm slower? But if it's Burst. Okay, this is an interesting set of circumstances. I think I'll do Destruction instead. So I'm expecting this Cadenza to do something like a Drive or maybe like a Hydraulic. So hopefully I get some free damage off of that as well. Let's go with Destruction Strike. By the way, the response time is now faster. So that's good, right? We're able to do that easily. So I will pass. Let's see how this beat resolves with the reveal. My opponent reveals a Hydraulic Press. And we clash! Okay, this is interesting. What will my opponent do now? This might be a bit problematic for me personally. Yeah, it's a bit problematic for me because none of my other attacks have stun guard and I'm going pretty slow. Slower than the average Cadenza attack. So I think I should dodge right now and then simply bait the opponent into cornering themselves. Got him. Alright. So... as a Noth, I will be... we will advance 2. This way, opponent will corner himself and also take 1 damage because of my Devastation's effect. Excellent. My opponent takes the damage, moves, and misses. Alright. I can assume another form right now. It actually might be best for me to do something like that. Let's do Aspect of Devastation. So my plan is to brawl it out with Cadenza, so to speak. This way I can probably positively trade against everything. Oh, by the way, when you change form, the form you previously used goes to cooldown. So, what do we pick? I'm feeling a Dread Havoc right now, but this won't necessarily work. A Dread Burst, though, would work really well, actually. So I'll fizzle this and then burst. Sounds like a good plan. So if my opponent drives, I guess I get I guess I lose. Like, I lose this beat. I will pass. My opponent press. Yes, indeed, they will press. But we clash once more. So my opponent's doing Battery. I'm doing Dread. Let's Dread Drive. Dread Drive. I'm scared of the strike. Oh, well, there's no strike, so... I guess I played that entirely wrong. But he was stunned and was forced to spend a token. So I guess that's good enough for me, right? I guess that was okay enough for me. I was scared of the strike, but my opponent had already played strike. Marco, what's wrong with you? Alright, so I have to take the Prio one or this one. We're taking priority, I guess. My opponent's shot is down, so I think I'm relatively safe from most things. If I burst. I can either do a leashing. I can do Havoc right now, because Havoc's actually pretty good right now. So I can do an Abhorrent Havoc or a Cataclysmic Havoc. I'll probably do an Abhorrent Havoc instead. Yeah. So this will be a 5 power, 7 priority attack. And I'm pretty sure there's not much my opponent can do about it. if my opponent dodges. Now let's not anti-power, you know, let's keep our priority wits about us. A clockwork press. That's a very interesting attack pair you have picked there, AI. So I'm forced to retreat one space, which is absolutely fine. I get to deal, boom. 2 damage, that's fine. The big thing here though is I can move. And I will indeed retreat out of Cadenza's effective range. Bada bim, bada bing, bada boom, bingo bongo. I am now at range 4 and my opponent can't do much about it. Get terminated, son. Alright. Cadenza's not my son. I hope he's not. So do I need priority at this range? I don't think so. I actually need the range at this range. So obviously the attack pair my opponent is going to play is the ever quite obvious Grapnel Grasp, right? Grapnel Grasp is the attack that we're all expecting. Grapnel Grasp would be a 5 priority attack. This would also be a priority 5 attack. This one too. 1, pull 2. Nope, that's not it. So I think I should just do Cataclysm. Actually, wait. Why play Cataclysmic if I can just play Switch? It would be the same thing. Cataclysmic is literally just Switch right now. That's kind of sad if you think about it. So I think my range is 2 to 4. So I think a Switch Grasp is actually the way to go. Oddly enough, I mean, that's what every Cadenza player does, right? Running default combat routine. Okay, I mean, enough making fun of Cadenza players. So we can give ourselves more power. That's good. No, let's just pass. Let's see how this works out. Is this the clockwork? Well, nope, it's a hydraulic strike. It's a hydraulic strike? Okay. Cadenza AI something? I mean, like, I understand you're still relatively new and you're still, like, trying to grow into your skin, but Cadenza AI, what are you doing? I can assume the aspect of devastation. With clockwork down, I actually feel relatively safe about doing this. Yeah, let's keep this finisher. I ain't scared of you, robot. Robot man. I can just do Destruction Strike. With Clockwork down, I think this is actually one of the better times to do Destruction Strike. Or maybe even Leashing Strike. Actually, yeah, Leashing Strike is pretty good right now. Because I get to corner him. And Arnaud really wants to corner her opponents, so I think Leashing Strike is my best bet. Let's see if Cadenza tries to actually dodge. Since there's no press, I feel okay to anti-power. Will Cadenza respond? Nope, he just passes. Alright, I pass as well. Cadenza, what do you do? A battery shot. We clash. That's not good for me. Wait. But it could be very good for me. Because currently shot is down, making burst relatively safe. I don't think my opponent has any way of clashing. I hit. Nope, he retreats twice. Is my water down? Yeah, so water is down for the meanwhile. We will both miss at this range. Absolutely okay. Nope, I do not wish to change forms. Power is where it's at. Okay. I mean, this is the pretty obvious attack from here, right? with at range 5, he doesn't even have hydraulic, so he's forced to do grapple. I can also just do dread, but dread's kind of slow. So grasp is. So yeah, just destruction shot should do well enough. As far as I know, nothing should be able to hit. Oh, wait a minute. No, a lot of things are able to hit me. And if grapnel hits me, I get pulled. But that's fine. So, yes. This should be absolutely okay. I will anti the stun guard just to be safe. As far as I know, there's no way for Cadenza to do grapnel and get more than 4 power out of it. So I should be relatively safe. Let's see what Cadenza does. What do you do, robot? A clockwork press. Okay, AI, we need to train you a bit more. We need to train you a bit more. I'll be able to hit him. Bronk. That was actually pretty funny and pretty cute. I just called Cadenza cute. What is wrong with me? So I don't think I have anything that will... No, wait. Nope. I have Havoc. I have Havoc, so might as well change to the aspect of Devastation. And I can Havoc right now. Very useful. So next turn, I'm going to do Yellow Havoc. I forget the name of the yellow style. Dread Havoc. So, this is the cool thing about Anath. Even at range 5, she can hit you with this attack. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance 3, then advance 1. So putting me at the correct range, right? And then I can hit with a Havoc. By moving back 1, since this is range plus 0 to 1. Which means my range is actually 2 to 3. So that will hit. It's a pretty good attack pair, and it's decently fast too at 5 priority. There's nothing that Cadenza can really do at this range, aside from like grapple drive, I think, and even then. Yeah, let's just Dread Havoc. Pretty good attack. Is there anything else? Oh, I can Abhorrent Havoc. So advance 3, and move 1, and then smack. Yeah, this is actually a better attack pair. Because it's a range... My goodness, I just realized that Havoc is essentially a full board range attack. So I will anti-power on top of this. Because I'm a madman, and I am a crazy person. And I want to do a lot of damage to Cadenza's face. Cadenza, what are you doing? Are you literally just cycling these 3 styles? I just realized. Is it just hydraulic, clockwork, battery every time? Okay, so I'm gonna advance 1. That's gonna let me go to range 2. Does that mean can deal 6 damage? Then after, I get to move 1 or 2. So I will retreat 2 spaces and force Cadenza to come towards me while also dodging his hydraulic strike. This is the power of Anath. Like, she is a dancer, man. She weaves in, then weaves out, and has so much stats. But she's kind of awkward and clunky in that if you're not at the correct ranges, you actually perform really poorly. So, we'll have to see. Do I still want priority? I actually might want range right now. Especially with hydraulic down, I think range is quite useful to me. Alright, so you can play any number of these leashing attacks, or just an or. I can just play Switch Grasp and force this Cadenza to shot me. Oh, there's a Rocket Press. Oh, there's a Rocket Press. I think this might actually be the best time to just do a Switch Dodge. get back into position. Remember, BattleCon's all about that positioning game. Don't play Cadenza's game. He wants you to play his game. That's not the game we want to play. We let Cadenza make the first move, and we'll see what he does. Just a battery shot. Nothing too drastic. I'm gonna retreat all the way back. This should give me the space I need to do some crazy stuff. Like, literally just do Destruction Strike. I think the weird part about that is that Destruction Strike will actually work. So let's not change our aspect. And keep current finisher card. Yes, we will keep this current finisher card, since my opponent's pretty low on health anyway. So this is an interesting set of moves, right? Because I can do a Dread Strike, it would work. I could do a Cataclysmic Strike, it would work. I can do a Leash. I can do Destruction, and I could hit him from this range, right? So... the thing about leashing is I pull him closer to me, and I don't want to give him that hit confirm for free, right? So I think I'm forced to play Cataclysmic, but that would miss. Therefore, I have to play Destruction, and I'll just be happy with the fact that I can still hit them on this beat, and it's gonna be a relatively okay beat to hit. I'm gonna anti some power. Yeah. This essentially forces him to like clockwork or something, so if he doesn't want to essentially die next beat, because I'll have access to Devastation, like all of these great forms. So we'll see how well we do this. There's a Clockwork Press, I guess. So look at this range 2 to 6 attack, absolutely absurd. Full board range attacks, go Arnaud, go. So it seems that the AI isn't that good yet. It's just doing hydraulic into battery into clockwork every single beat. That's not actually good. So we will keep this aspect of devastation. My opponent can't really do much right now. No, we're not gonna Havoc. We're not gonna Havoc. We're not crazy people. Just do shot. I should just do abhorrent shot. And then yeah. This should be enough to kill him, right? Because if I anti this... oh no, it's not enough. He might still get a rocket press off. That would be dangerous. So, it seems that the opponent, the AI can't play finishers, and it seems that the AI is not able to really counter anti or do anything about those counter antis. Clash, okay. Drive. Even from far away, drive still counters your burst. Retreating. I will advance 2 and hit you in the face for 5. Eat this, Cadenza. Abhorrent. Drive. And blah blah blah. Lord. Okay, that was actually a pretty funny quote. Alright, congratulations, Arnaud. You have won your inaugural game on Making Connections, even if it was against an AI bot Cadenza. It's in a very interesting way to showcase you guys 2 of the new major features that we have in this new patch. So again, if you want to play this new patch, please check the description out below for links to our download and Discord server so that you are able to join the community and play BattleCON online with like-minded people. Don't worry if you haven't played BattleCON before, okay? Because we are always there to help you learn the game, help you understand the game better, as well as help you learn which characters you might enjoy. So, that was a very cool game. I hope you guys liked Arnaud. Tell me in the comment section down below how I did as Arnaud. Maybe you guys have better strategies. Maybe you guys want to learn more about Arnaud. Please just ask me anything in the comment section down below and I will get to them as soon as possible by replying in the comments. So without much else to say, thank you so much for watching and don't forget your Force special action. Thank you, World of Indians. Thank you and good night.